D&D time! At long last, we've been missing D&D for a while, partially because executive dysfunction happened. But yeah, so back to it. We are all fully live. So to recap, last time we left off with finishing up the last dungeon that we were tasked with cleaning out the Thieves Association with their highly uncreative name and rescuing the dragonborn cleric Orga. We made a friend who unfortunately was murdered by her comrades. And now we are heading back to the main town base of operations, which I suddenly can't remember my own town's name. Did anyone happen to write it down? Ricasa.
Ricasa, that works. Yeah.
It's time.
Do I know how to pronounce it? Nope.
Fortunately, I do. Back to Ricasa with our spoils and the on to the next thing. So we did, fortunately for everybody's sanity, find a bag of holding in the guild in the last dungeon. So whoever wants to carry it.
I mean, why not leave it with Eris?
Yeah.
Literally every campaign when
Rachel, it does end up being the bookkeeper.
Rachel is the one who keeps everything.
Notes.
Yep.
And always has the bag of holding. Unless we all
you are admittedly the most organized of us, and we love you for it. So
I'm gonna cue up my music.
Other stuff that we managed to find, there was a shield brooch, which I believe Eris claimed.
Yeah.
No idea what it does yet, or what it's for.
I want a shield.
Well, if y'all broke my trust and looked at the at the stuff that I have spoiler tagged in the bag of holding channel, you would find it and what it is. But that's what appraisers are for. There's also a agate brazier that we found, an ivory chalice, a fancy brocade shirt, a fancy velvet hat, a decanter of endless water, and 1, 2, 3 staves. One is wood with electrum studs, one is agate with gold inlay, one is copper with thorn vines. We also procured some potions of greater healing, a couple of vials of glitter water, and money. Lots of money. Yeah. All told, it was 3,259 copper, 15,221 silver, 126 electrum pieces, 4,516 gold, and 254 platinum pieces.
Nice.
We stole a lot from the thieves. Is it really stealing if it was already stolen from, if it was already stolen?
We're splitting hairs at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
You just reclaimed it. You didn't steal it. You reclaimed it.
Yep. So we're back in town. Have a slightly better chance to really look around. As noted on the map, on the lovely Roll20 map that we've got, I made some notes about where what is and such. So we passed through the guard headquarters on the way back into town. The marketplace is bustling, full of merchants of all sorts. There's at least 3 clothing merchants, the jeweler, all that fun stuff that you would find in a big city open air market. And there are appraisers.
Yes. Appraisers are good.
That we can find out what we actually, if everything that we got is what we think it is. There's also the fun feature of the Tavern Inn up in the, up here, being rather sizable, built into the cavern. It has a kind of a little rudimentary gym, a little spa, all the fun stuff. On top of being where they have the alcohol and the inn. Where Eris and Castian actually met.
Yep. You almost said Destrian.
Yeah. In my defense.
Very similar names.
Yes. And they're played by the same person.
Yeah. I kind of chose the name Castian because I'm not saying I chose the name Castian because it sounds like Castiel, but I did choose the name Castian because it sounds like Castiel.
We're not judging.
Okay.
So, first stop, the tavern and the spot at the tavern, or straight to the marketplace?
Well, a friendly reminder in chat.
Want to take you to the market first.
Yeah. Castian looks like a literal hobo, so let's set him up.
What's wrong with my clothes?
Everything.
They just leave it at one of us blends in with society at large. One of us may not as well.
Yeah, I lost like half of that.
Basically, she kind of gestures to herself. Me? You? One of us blends in with society. One of us may not do so well.
Oh, I kind of had to make do with what I could find.
Not
Have an
bad. It's just
that, and I kind of spent my formative years in the Underdark. I don't know much about fashion.
Well, luckily you have us. You have us now. So, clothes shopping for Castian.
And he still doesn't get what's wrong with his clothes.
God, they sound like a Sith Lord there.
The innocent trash boy.
You look better. You may look better.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
All right, so get him some new clothes. I'd say all told, just for a decent outfit, 50 gold. Just for the basics. We find an appraiser, and I'm updating the bag of holding channel so that you guys don't have to click. It's actually pretty, some of it is pretty sweet. The brazier is just that, but at the it's pretty antique. The arcane runes that are engraved on it, the person looking at it basically is just like, oh, this is protection for the house. Put it at your door, or you can put it at your home's door, or you can sell it to someone who actually has a home. And no fighting skills to protect it themselves. It's worth about 1,000 gold. The chalice, the person appraising it got kind of excited about it because it is engraved with the crest of an ancient deity. And for a small demonstration, they pour a little bit of water into the chalice. And after a couple of moments, it the water turns red.
What's that mean exactly?
It's a healing potion.
Oh,
That's interesting.
makes healing potions?
Yes.
Oh, that's useful.
And for 50 gold, they will outfit it for into a more travelable container if we wish to keep it and take it with us.
Like a fee for that.
Yeah, very useful.
And what about the shield thing? Shield broke.
That is after a second of messing with it, the appraiser finds a button in it and it expands into a sentinel shield.
That's cool.
Which is very useful. And I'm gonna assume that Eris wants. Um, the scepters and the staff are basic quarter staffs. One, the wooden staff with electrum studs is a +1, and the other two are both +2 quarter staffs. No additional special effects. The fancy shirt is an Afriti chain, which let me pull up the item. It is a heavy armored chainmail that gives a +3 bonus to AC, granting immunity to fire damage, the ability to understand and speak primordial, and the fun ability to stand and walk across molten rock as if it were solid ground.
What is this again?
The fancy shirt. It was disguised. It's a Afriti chain. But because it is a heavy armor, you have to be proficient in heavy armor.
I mean, I am, but
And the fancy hat is a hat of disguise.
yeah, I think maybe Castian is gonna take that chainmail.
All right.
Somebody else.
The disguise.
Yeah, Orga can't wear heavy armor, so
I can, but my armor is already kind of ridiculous. I don't need a +3. I think I'm already at an 18. You're already gonna be struggling to hit me.
yep. Tank.
Can I something to not have this look so rich?
What's wrong with looking rich? And it
I'm not
looks normal.
Oh.
He has from his background, from his history, he has a very distorted view of what looks rich and what doesn't. So,
To be fair, I probably have weird views on some things as well. I mean, you grow up among the Fae and you don't know what human are like.
It's not. I mean, it's not ugly. It's just it doesn't.
You don't think it matches you.
Right. It's just. I mean, I'm a fighter.
it's a red chainmail.
Oh, all right. I'll take it as it is.
Maybe you can do some customization on it?
Yeah, because the appraiser in the process kind of removed the illusion that was making it look like fancy brocade.
Okay.
So,
All right. Yeah, I'll take it as it is.
okay. And if I'm not mistaken, no one in the party really uses quarterstaffs, so those can be sold.
I can.
Yeah, I've got a +1 glaive. I'm good.
Why would I do that when I have a longsword?
Exactly.
Abby.
And Orga has her mace and her magic crossbow. So and Ilnari has her Yukulwa, which does more damage with bashing than the quarterstaff. All right, so let me do a little editing and so add whatever you're keeping to your inventory and let me know. All right, and we have spent a total of 100 gold so far. All right, so Castian keeping the Afriti chain, Eris taking the Sentinel shield, which conveniently folds itself back into that brooch, so you can just wear it instead of carting around clunky shield.
3D armor to my inventory, please? Because I can't find it.
Okay. EFREETI. Boom.
Yeah, it's not coming up when I look for it. The only thing that comes up is Ifriti bottle.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Thank you. And my self went way down. But my armor class is like, damn.
Yeah, it's the trade-off.
The trade-off of heavy armor. It's harder to hit you, but it's also easier to hear you. Are we keeping the head of disguise?
I mean, it's not useful for me necessarily, because I can just disguise self. And I have it as a racial one that resets, so like...
Nice.
I don't technically need it, nor do I feel the need to disguise myself, but...
We'll hang on to it and ask B if she wants it for whatever reason. So, obviously we're keeping the decanter of endless water. Because, I mean, why wouldn't we? Especially now having a chalice that is basically a unlimited healing potion. It's a basic healing potion. No, not superior or greater or supreme, but and it takes 2 actions for the potion to come into existence. So comes in handy when resting instead of using your hit die or anything on a short rest. Can just pass the chalice around, but not all that practical in combat. So adding the calculator.
What, the money?
Yes.
I already calculated it out. Save 120 copper pieces per person, 1 extra. 3,812 silver pieces. 31 electrum pieces.
Well, I was calculating the grand total. So. So, yeah, if we divide it evenly amongst ourselves, or just store it in the bag of holding. Probably more practical to store all the money in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of money.
Yay! I've got food on the way.
Oh, did you order me anything?
No.
It's sad.
I don't have any money.
Well, I have mac and cheese. I'll make some later.
And yeah, Cassian finally has clothes that actually match his.
That
Well,
don't look like he.
actually match him.
Yeah. That don't look like he walked out of a dumpster.
We're moving beyond the early tail of the years.
Yep. So, after getting that taken care of and resting up in the inn, potentially having some spa time to get to know each other really and properly.
It sounds like an awful lot of assumptions.
Well, potentially trying to figure out what's next, either for the whole group or individually. Someone runs into the marketplace screaming.
Uh-oh. That's that. Does that happen a lot around here?
No.
Okay. Maybe we should see what's going on.
Yes. So, yeah. So the person that ran screaming, that just came into the marketplace screaming, is a young woman, and she looks like she's had a better time. Like, completely. Her clothes are torn up, and like she got in a fight with, looked like she got in a fight with something, and it nearly won, but she got away. In her panic, all she can really get out is ogre and zombie.
Two separate things or same thing?
Both?
So there are zombies, ogres, and zombie ogres?
Yes.
Okay.
Is this a separate day? Did we long rest?
Yes.
Okay. I just realized I'm like.
We have long rested several times since leaving the Thieves Guild.
Alright. Good.
We're okay. So, and anyone familiar with zombies would assume that they're at the cemetery.
Sis, can you do me a favor and grab my food, please?
Yeah.
Because reasons.
Yeah. I shall be back. I'll go get her food. And while I'm up, get some hydration because my throat hurts.
They did the thing again, didn't they? They don't care. Thank you. You don't really hate food delivery services sometimes. We have a table right.
I have a table right by the door, and they decide that the best course of action is to put the food in front of the door, blocking the screen. Half the time they don't even follow my instructions to deliver the food to my door and put it on the front porch.
They clearly didn't obey my orders to knock to announce their presence.
Food service. Delivery service. It's fun. The lack of comprehension. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, the zombies are not in the cemetery.
Yeah, probably.
But the girl points once she gets slightly calmed down and a little bit more functional, she leads the party out of the caverns and up to the town proper above ground, and points not towards the town cemetery but towards a decrepit old mansion, like borderline castle mansion. It's huge.
Here?
Like off a little bit off in the distance, and conveniently creepy enough, a bolt of lightning strikes right above the house.
I think say something is trying to get a message across.
Yeah, she's like, they came from there.
I see.
The old place that most of us pretend doesn't exist.
Well, that's.
Like,
he turned and puke.
like if the majority of the villagers try and pretend it doesn't exist, what?
Sorry, it's a thing. But
Yeah.
don't. They're not. We'll take care of it.
Orga pats Castian on the back. Are you okay?
I'm just same as always, you know.
You'll get used to it.
just stop trying new food.
Smaller portions?
I tried smaller portions.
How small are we talking smaller?
Four bites.
One bite? Jeez. Ah. Well, we can keep experimenting.
Yep.
I'll get used to it eventually. I hope. Keep in mind, I was raised on bread and water
Yeah.
since I was 7.
Alright.
So going to the creepy old mansion.
Oh, hell yeah. Barrett needs to smite stuff. There's evil afoot.
Yep. And the path there is actually surprisingly clear. Like the ogres or the zombies or the ogre zombies that sent the girl running have either already been taken care of by the city watch, or they retreated.
Let's just assume, for the sake of argument, that there's all 3 ogre zombies and ogre zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One can easily assume that all 3 are present. So we go into the mansion. The door is unlocked. Doesn't even really stay on its hinges when it opens. The front room is kind of falling apart. You kind of look, and the only thing that's really stable and has the roof intact and everything is a staircase leading down.
Hmm.
Down, down, or down.
Yep.
Well, I guess down it is.
Yeah. And we find ourselves in a little hallway.
Hmm.
We can either go straight ahead, or there's a junction shortly after entering this area. Straight ahead to what oh, and by the way, there are little lanterns on the walls, pretty evenly spaced, but they are lit with what looks like we've seen it before. The group has seen it before with alchemist fire.
Hmm.
So, which direction do we want to go? Straight, or check out this segment?
Let's check out the segment.
Worst that happens, we just backtrack.
All right. It kind of winds around and leads to a door. Just let me look at my notes real quick. 10. All right. It is a stone door. It is unlocked, but it takes some effort to push it open. It's stuck.
All right. Well, I can take care of that.
All right. With what? Strength?
Yeah.
All right. Roll me a strength check.
Strength or athletics?
Either one, whichever you're better at.
Athletics. That's a 15.
Okay. 15 opens it, yes.
Hooray!
And let me reveal the room.
Yeah, just kicking the door, literally, just.
All right. So it is a little room, no enemies that we can see. There is a decrepit old spinning wheel in the corner here. And then a pile of various fabrics and other textiles in varying stages of rot. And then there is an archway right over here.
I'm gonna peek through the archway.
I was about to say, someone else should look through the archway, not me.
All right. So that is a science lab.
Hi.
And there is a ghost just hanging out in a tube over here. These other tubes have varying levels of fill. They're filled to varying levels of glowing liquid.
In the liquid?
Not that you can see without going into the room. And oh, there's a mirror on this other green line right here. That is a mirror up against a weapons rack, not a mirror, a weapons rack up against the wall. With some pretty basic weapon. Pretty basic. Not better than what you have.
Gotcha.
I use Divine Sense to see if there's anything in the area that celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet and not behind portal cover?
All right. Let me check the distance.
If I have to, I will go in the room just barely.
Yeah, the only thing in the room is that ghost in the that's in the tube there.
Alright, well, good news, there's nothing really super close. Bad news, there's the ghost.
Not if we leave it alone.
Or if we kill it.
Orca's dragon instincts are going to kick in, and she's going to check the pile of fabric. Like, is there anything, anything of value in here? Like, gotta find. Okay.
Seeing her do this, I'm gonna help, so roll with advantage.
Okay. Curious dragon. Oh, much better. She digs out a actual functional piece of leather armor that is studded with emeralds and a fancy yuckelwa. Which, if anyone's seen Maya and the Three on Netflix, it is Eagle Claw.
Hey, look what we found!
Hold on. Ilnari gets sees that and gets curious. So
Where did it go? Runaway die. Where'd it go?
let me add Eagle Claw to her inventory. The studded leather is actually not going to improve anybody, so we can just shove it in the bag of holding for now.
Okay.
Seriously. I homebrewed this. Why won't you let me put it on my character? Wow, why is...
Because it hates you.
Okay, why does she have that? trying to figure something out. Give me a second. She doesn't need those. Don't need more than one of that, because why? It's ridiculous. Okay. Gonna delete that. Okay, and it clearly hates me because it won't let me add Eagle Claw to I don't want to share with the community. Items that I homebrew should be available to my campaign my players.
Yeah.
This is getting really annoying. Because I actually put a lot of work. Oh, it'll let me put it on my character, but not on. Let me make sure that it's possible that B forgot to enable homebrew. Yep, she did. She didn't turn on homebrew.
I'll do it.
Yep.
That reminds me. I should probably check on that.
Yeah, we want to make sure that we have homebrew enabled because sometimes I make things.
Okay. It's enabled.
All right. And B now has Eagle Claw,
Hooray!
which is a fun little weapon that when she picks it up and kind of tests it and everything, it actually starts to glow as Ilnari holds it.
Different.
Like, ooh, magic. So we're gonna go into the into the Nappy Lab and
See what we're working with? Yeah.
all right. All right. Let me open up my notes for room 8. All right. So this room, there is a lab table in the center of the room. It is rather large, like big enough to hold an ogre, kind of large. There are tubes above it that are connected to the little containers that that are around where the ghost is hanging out. There are little suction cups on the ends of the table of the tubes above the table, and the same viscous glowing liquid that is in the containers is there's a slow drip of it coming out of one of the tubes. It is splattered haphazardly all over the lab.
If there's one thing I've learned, never be the first person to stick your hand in a viscous material.
Yeah. There is a coat rack right by the door, by the entrance, that has a very large coat and goggles. And there is an empty key ring, an empty key hook by the coat rack. And the tube with the ghost in it is about halfway full of that glowing liquid, and the ghost does not look like she's been having a good time. And she doesn't make any moves to do anything with the group of adventurers coming into the room. And it seems to be it looks like at first glance this is a dead end.
Does it look like the ghost is able to get out?
No.
Does it look like there's a way to open this thing that she's in? It was she, right?
It is a female. It is very clear that she's a female. Roll me an investigation check.
Give me one. Oh, boo. I still have the lane dice enabled. 10.
Okay, that's actually enough, though. The answer is no. And on closer inspection, the glass itself seems to also be glowing.
All right. Everybody back up.
Okay.
Yeah, I move off to the side so I won't be in direct line of the spray. In fact, I'm going to even back up a little bit more. And yeah, I'm going to swing at it with my glaive.
Roll an attack.
Give me 1 second. Me enable the not lame dice because, in all seriousness, dice are lame. Nat 20 animation.
Oh, that warrants disabling.
Yeah, they don't have pretty stuff when you roll a nat 20.
Which is very important.
Need to look cool.
Oh, good long rest.
See, it wasn't just me.
I'm fine. Hello?
Long rest yourself.
I did. Click. Refresh. Click. There we go. 18.
Your glaive bounces off of the glass.
I'm gonna try it again.
Okay.
A 9.
Yeah. Same.
I'm just gonna keep hitting it until somebody stops me.
Okay.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
It's still bouncing.
A 21.
21.
Yeah.
Okay, that gets it. The glass cracks. Doesn't explode, but cracks and starts kind of spewing the crack gets bigger.
Say hurl a javelin to try and speed this up.
7.
You're gonna throw a javelin at it?
Yep.
Another.
Of all things that I had anticipated, this actually was not one of them.
Disappointing.
What'd you roll?
12 to hit.
Okay, fortunately because it's broke, because Cassia managed to break the glass a little bit. It
And a little bit more because I rolled another 21.
okay, yeah. So
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna
with
keep
y'all
hitting it.
consistently just smacking and popping it, the glass kind of a big enough hole in the glass allows the ghost to escape.
It's like the javelin is just like by the ear, and it's just like ding in the hole, and it's like, okay, that's one way to do it.
And as the ghost emerges from the recently broken tube, you can kind of see better. She has no legs. One of her hands is gone, and by the state of her arm, by where the hand used to be, it's kind of drippy. Her state indicates that a good chunk of the liquid in those containers is actually ghost goo.
Oh. That's
Right.
sad.
And
This is upsetting. I'm upset.
and she says something. Does no one in the party speaks Kuori, I believe.
Nope.
No.
Nope. Sylvan.
Yeah. She says something in another language that nobody really speaks in the group.
Nope. And none of my siblings speak it either.
Yep. But now that she's free, she does kind of float wobbly like, and let's see, and she she floats kind of wobbly like over to the coat rack, and points with her goopy arm to a particular spot of goo at the bottom of the coat.
I'm gonna go take a look at where she's pointing.
There is a key ring under that goo.
I scoop it out with my glaive.
Does anyone have prestidigitation?
Of all times, not to have it.
Well, there is a wash station nearby, so. And yeah, despite the state of the mansion itself, from the outside, just about everything that in this room seems new. So yeah, wash the ghost goo off of the keys.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The wash station is right around here. I partially want to see the path that you take to see it, to get to the.
Where is it?
Right over here on this far wall by Eris. All right, so you pass by this square.
Yeah.
Okay. The tile, as you walk by it, the tile gives way and moves. And the wall here slides open. You have found a hidden door. Bum bum bum.
Lucifer goes in and takes a look.
All right. There are zombies. Just kind of shambling around. Wait, I'm 13. Make sure that that's the right one. Yes. There are zombies. A zombie that doesn't quite look like a zombie. And there's a pile of skeletons in the corner. There's also a treasure chest.
Are they dead skeletons or undead skeletons?
From what he can tell, pretty dead.
Lucifer says there's zombies in the next room.
Great. Yep. This is what we're here for. And very shortly after pointing out the keys, the ghost kind of disintegrates. Poor Ghosty is deady.
So I have two questions. What in the world did they do to that ghost, and how did they do it?
Honestly, until we find the person responsible for this, no telling.
Well, this is a promise. When I do find them, I'm going to take the sharp end of my blade and shove it so far up their ass, it'll knock me out.
Woof. Friend of Ghost, not happy. All right, so go in and roll for initiative.
Yep. Because I took forever.
All right. Castian? 3? Okay.
The dickhead guy's on fire.
Yeah. Eris? 14 with the -2? Nice.
Yeah. Well.
All right. That's 3. All right. Now, first up is an asshole. The zombie that doesn't look like that doesn't quite look like a zombie. Looks a little bit more put together. This guy. He's going to see the party entering the room. And go up to Eris with his longsword and slash at you for a 21 to hit.
Ow. Okay.
Does 6 damage. And his second attack is a 15, which does not hit.
Nope.
So that is his turn. And one of the skeletons, unfortunately, was not dead. He's gonna shamble himself out of the other skeletons in the pile. But fortunately, because pile of skeletons for him to shift through was difficult terrain, that's all he can move. All right. Next up is Zamzam. This guy. He is going to slowly shamble 5, 10, 15, 20 towards the group. All right. Orga is next. She's going to slip through right here, kind of shift around it, and pull out her mace. And attack. That's a 19. Is gonna hit. If I'm not mistaken. 19 does hit, yes. Boo on that damage, though. 1d6 plus 2 for 3 total damage. Rude. That was rude. Very rude dice. Alright, unfortunately, well, and she's gonna summon up a, did I give it to her? Yes, I did. Spiritual weapon. For good measure. That is also going to hit. Maybe for better damage. There's my 8s. Boo. You suck. For 7 damage. But he's whittling down. Alright. Trying to mark the spiritual weapon there. There we go. All right. And that is Orga's turn. Eris!
So I still have one zombie directly in front of me?
Yes. Well, you have the zombie that looks more put together than the other zombies.
Yeah, the abomination one. Alright. That's going to first pass. Yeah, I'm going to cast Hex on this guy.
Okay.
And I am going to choose. Let's go with Constitution as the disadvantage.
Okay.
Well, I have that going. I'm gonna smack it with my longsword.
All right. Hit it.
It's not great. 11 to hit.
An 11 does not hit. Anything else?
No, I'll just stay there and chill. The only other thing I can do is move, and I don't particularly care to move.
All right. Well, will you behave? Yeah. Wasn't showing the turn order. Okay. This guy is gonna shamble towards the group. Castian.
Alright, what are we looking at? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm too close for my glaive. Oh well. I still got my hand axe.
Okay.
19 to hit.
19 does hit.
Alright. And 2 lame, but I'll take it. 7.
I'm sorry. What was the damage you said?
7.
Okay. And don't you have 2 attacks? Oh no, you don't. You have 1. Okay.
Right. Well, I have 2 weapons fighting.
Oh, then you do have 2 attacks.
Then I'm gonna attack with my hand axe again. 15 plus 5 is 20. Plus 4 is 19.
Hits.
I don't know why I did math on that one. 7 again.
Okay. Points for consistency. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. Ilnari is going to she wants to try out her new thing. So she's going to go around, slip right here by this door. pull out her new weapon and Bashy. And Eagle Claw is +3. Landed cockroach. Rude. That was a natural 1. You're grounded. So, yeah, that whiffs. Unfortunately, does not hit Eris or Orga. So that is her turn. Next, Zamzam is going to shamble forward. Now, this asshole is has found himself surrounded. That's gonna miss. He's gonna swipe with one claw at Eris, but misses. And then he returns to his longsword and misses as well. So he just wasted his turn. Alright, Skelly friend. 10, 20. Alright. You can get right there. So he's going to scramble over and attack Castian and miss, because your AC is up to 19, so that misses. And that's his turn. Zombie. This one is going to get up to Orga. And try and fail to punch her. And in retaliation, Orga is going to attack it. Fortunately, the zombies have all arranged themselves in a nice little cone. So they're going to need to all do this. Haha! One of them rolled a natural 1. Okay. That's going to fail. Alright. So. And despite them being undead, they're not immune to necrotic damage. So. They just kind of are going to melt, I guess. Alright. That's 1d10 damage. keep finding the hot guide? There we go. Dice landing weird. Is it because I haven't used my dice tray in a while? Okay. So, that is 9 damage. That one critical failed. That one passed. All right. So, yeah. And that's her turn. Well, really quick before Eris does anything, she's going to bop the skeleton with her spiritual weapon. What are words, I guess? That's going to hit. And is 8 plus 5.
He looks so pretty in his new outfit.
7. Did you make a... She made a thing?
Hero Forge.
Yep. Nice. Alright. So that is 7 damage to the skeleton. Just bonk him on the head. Eris! Ooh. Ugh.
That's still going. Alright. We're gonna try and hit him again.
Alright.
Oh, that's a lot better. That's a 17 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
Okay. So that is 9 regular damage, 6 necrotic.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. I have spells.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Just because I'm special, I'm gonna burn a spell slot so I can divine smite.
Okay.
So, see how much radiant I do. Oh, that was a waste of a spell slot. 2.
How much?
2. Oh, wait. Is he undead?
He is undead.
Okay, that gives me 1 more. Yay! Make that 4 radiant.
Alright. He is dead, Zamzam. Dead Zamzam.
Yay. So mad. Wasting a good spell slot.
Not entirely. He did die when he wouldn't have otherwise.
4 damage. Not worth it. And then... Yes. I am going to... Oh. Yeah, I'm going to transfer it over to
All right.
That'll be my turn.
All right. Speaking of Blue Dot Zamzam. All right. Yeah. All right. He's going to make another 1, 2, 3. Oh, boo. He can get over to Orca. He's going to try and punch her. And punch his buddy because he whiffed that natural 1 style.
Nice.
So that is 4 damage to his buddy. Boom. Castian, there's a skeleton in front of you.
Yes, I see there's a skeleton in front of me. I still got my hand axe. I'll bring it down.
All right.
21.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
For that lame-o 1d6 plus 2. Why did I use the digital dice?
I don't know.
3.
What did you... 3?
Again.
Yeah. Because he's...
Again. So that another... Okay, this set of dice is fired.
What did you roll?
4
Damage?
damage. Yes.
Oh, he crumbles. He dead. Again.
Great. And I'm going to put my hand axe away because my hand axe is lame.
Yeah. All right. So that's your turn?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ilnari is going to kind of huff about not being able to do things. And then come around and try and smack a zombie. Oh, yes. That one hits. Alright. That's the base damage, which is kind of pitiful. Alright. So on blue dot, that is 2 basic damage. And then her weapon kind of sparks on hitting the zombie. And it seems to take more damage than it usually would, than first meets the eye. Isn't it? And Ilnari's like, what? And I completely forgot earlier that she has 2-weapon fighting, so she can attack again. Boo on that roll, though. It does not hit. The zombie, who's been kind of stuck in the back. 10, 20. Still doesn't get up to anybody. He's been kind of just slowly shambling. All right. Deadzo. All right. This next zombie is going to try and smack. Points for consistency, digital dice. Points for consistency. I'm about to stop using you, because that is the 5th attack in a row that you've rolled a 7 on. Does not hit. This zombie is not having a good time. Especially not with Orga's attack roll. Yeah, she rolls to attack with her mace and just kind of potentially bashes his head in. Because mace. It's 6 damage. Boo, he's still alive. Well, unalive. Alright. And does she have 2-weapon fighting as well? No, she does not. But she still has her spiritual weapon up. So she's gonna bash him with that. Just, something in my eye. Wait. +7. Okay, yeah, that's gonna hit. And that is a D8. Why did I put that away? Okay. Oh, that is much better. 6 + 5. It's a squished Zam. Alright. And that is her turn. Eris! It is your turn.
Alright, my turn.
Yes.
Then the front is blue. That's a 16 hit.
16 hits.
Well, that's pathetic damage. 5 regular damage. And 5 necrotic.
Okay. 5 regular, 5 necrotic. He is dead again.
And then I get some bonus action.
All right. Since he's kind of the only one left.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I mean, this is an easy enough room. It's just had a slightly large amount of enemies. All right, and that's it for your turn.
Yep.
Boom. All right, he is dead. Castian. We have one zombie left standing.
And I'm going to. Hey, I did not click that. I clicked my token. Thank you very much. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to hit him with the weapon that actually works. Famous last words. 18 to hit.
18 hits.
All right, that's 1d10. Thank you very much. And that's 6 plus 3. So 9 points of slashing damage.
He is dead, so. So, yay!
Great, so that's all of them, right?
Yep, we are out of combat.
Great. I'm gonna come over here and poke this treasure chest with my glaive.
Alright, nothing happens. It's just a treasure chest.
Okay, I open the chest then.
Alright.
I did wash off the keys, by the way.
Oh, yeah. After uncovering the hidden door.
Yeah.
Alright. Me erase that as well.
By the way, in case anybody cares, Arcane Anthem has a new album out.
Nice. Alright, so this is room 13. Now that we have a chance to really look around, this is it clearly used to be at some point in the distant past, a dining hall. There's what's left of the table. It is absolutely not usable anymore. Inside the treasure chest is a little sack of money. There's copper. There's 52 copper pieces and 12 gold pieces.
Okay.
All right. And so to exit this room, there is a archway, and then lower.
Well, Rachel just said bedtime, so.
Okay. So we can pick that up next time.
Yep.
Good night. Will you